Yo, what's poppin', what's poppin'? It is yo boy, the boy, Henry Heck, aka Hit Up Henry, man, and we are up into some Rainbow Six Siege as of right now, man. I got this game on Saturday, they had like a little free to play situation from, I want to say that Friday to like the 24th, but I seen the game was on like $9, you feel me? So I went on and dropped the hot nine, you feel me? Went on ahead and dropped the hot nine. Still learning it, you feel me? Still trying to figure out the flow, and because this ain't your run of the mill running gun frag and bag type situations, you feel me? It's not that at all. You really got to be um a lot more tactical, unless you just a god at the game, and I am by no means a god at the game, you feel me? By no means. I'm trash. I'm so trash, no, I'm not even gonna get in that. I'm not even gonna get into that. But the focal point of the video is gonna be and this video is inspired by the boy himself, Rome Rush. Um, he had put out a video about like how to not buy a bad game, or how he hasn't bought a bad game, and he made a lot of sense. He was speaking nothing but factuals, you know what I'm saying, in that video. So I said, you know what? I got a little something to add myself. You feel me? I got a little something to add myself, or at least a different way of. It's not necessarily different in just how I personally go about not purchasing bad games. Because to this day, I say the my worst game purchase, if I had to pick one, would be the Division 1 and the Division 2. Um, and even so, I still got my, 35, 40 hours out of that game. I just consider it, I'll just say it's a bad game, in my opinion, because, as a multiplayer game, after me and the boy go live, finish like the main story, and of course at this time there's no DLCs drop anyway. Maybe if the DLCs had dropped sooner, I would continue playing, but, you know, my worst purchase, if I had to pick one, would be the Division 1 and 2. Even though we played it until we played it to its completion, at the time that we had it. You know what I mean? It's just if I had to just pick a situation. Um, but again, like he was saying, with the internet these days, you can really do a lot of your own research as far as not buying bad games. It's not like how it was back in the day when you used to have to hop on IGN.com or check out the magazine, and you was really at the mercy of like the main magazine folk. You know what I mean? As far as making your purchases, or what I mean, another option back then was to straight up just rent the game and check it out, for a weekend. Um, but in today's world, right here, right now, um, what I like to do is, if it's a game that I'm pretty interested in, that hey, look at that I was doing crossword puzzles over there. But as far as right here, right now, today's times, what I like to do is, I'll check out a YouTuber, you know what I mean? I'll check out a streamer, and really, because then you really get to see a lot of how the game actually plays. You know what I'm saying? You'll get to see a lot more extensively into the game, aside from like a review. You know what I mean? Because you really can't just go by a review, because sometimes that person, it just ain't their type of game. You know what I mean? If it ain't their type of game, and you go by what they say, you feel me, you might end up missing out on the game you could potentially have enjoyed. So to me, it's always, but that's my number one. I'm gonna check out a YouTuber or a streamer, you know what I mean, that I watch anyway, even aside from like new games coming out that I might play. A lot of these cats I just watch anyway. I cut on while I'm washing dishes, or as soon as I get off work, and I might just be chilling. Got the meat sitting on the counter thawing out. You know what I'm saying? Finna get ready to cook up a little sign. You feel what I'm saying? Finna cook up a little sign. You feel me? So that's a good way. And then also another way, the homies. The homies play a lot of games, and they might jump on the game before I jump on the game, and then they'll be able to tell me if it's like trash or not, you know. And like I said, these guys I've known for a while, so I put a degree of trust into their opinions on the game. But at the end of the day, if it's a game I ultimately want to play, I'm gonna play it anyway. I'm gonna buy it anyway, and I'm gonna play it anyway. Cause at this point in my life, I pretty much know what I like, what I don't like. You know, what mechanics I'm cool with, what mechanics I'm not cool with. You know what I'm saying? It's just really boiled down to you as a gamer. You know what I mean? You know what type of gamer you are. You feel what I'm saying? So ultimately it's up to you to make that choice, you know. But you still look to certain outside situations in order to like validate your choices. You feel what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want to feel like they just wasted a high 60. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to feel like they just wasted a high 70. You know what I mean? Like this game here, like Siege. I wasn't too sure on Siege when it first come out. You know what I mean? I wasn't. And now at this point, Siege been out for a good little minute. They've updated, improved, and it's still going strong. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I just got it for a hot 9. You feel what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people still playing this John. You feel what I'm saying? Just got 120 frames. You know, on the 5. You know, and I got it for a hot 9. So even right now, even though it's a game I wasn't too sure on in the beginning, I got it for a deal. You know, and I'm having fun. You know, I'm having fun learning it. It's a good time. It's a little stressful, a little bit of stress, but it's a good time. But yeah, man, just streamers, YouTubers, a collection of reviews. Also, you know what I mean, advice from the homies. You know, and also, man, just your own intuition. You know, like if it's a franchise you've been, or not a franchise, but a title that you've been looking forward to for a while, you know, and you pretty much been keeping up to date with like the gameplay videos that drop, you know what I mean? Because that's pretty much what I watch IGN for. Not necessarily the reviews, but they get a lot of what first looks. I think that's what they call, where they get a lot of they get access to a lot of early gameplay, you know. And they might, you know what I'm saying, they'll drop a video a week on a particular game, like this Outlaws, I mean this Hoods and Outlaws game that I'm interested in. They've been dropping like a video a week on it, you know, and they've been pretty much ahead of everybody else as far as that. So you getting to see a lot of the classes. Well, pretty much I think all of them now. At this point you've seen all of them now. And you know that early gameplay footage really for me is one of the more top tips I'm gonna give you, man. If you get the opportunity to watch some early gameplay, watch that early gameplay, man. Go up in there watching that early gameplay. It'll show you a lot. That yeah, it'll show you a lot, man, as far as like helping to decide to pull the trigger on the game. Because like I said, not to be the dead horse, but don't nobody want to feel like they wasted their money, you know. Because it ain't really that worse as far as being a gamer than going out day one, purchasing the game, and then not playing that joint no more after that first day. You feel what I'm saying? It just, especially if you're paying full price. If you don't got it for a deal, then okay, it's a little bit less thing. You know what I mean? It's a little bit less thing on you than if you just went out day one, dropped a high 60. And now, you're just looking goofy because you could have spent that high 60 somewhere else, man. You could took a girl out. You could have, you know, you could have took yourself out. You know what I mean? Could have bought you a t-shirt. You know, it's a lot you can do with a high 60 these days. Or you could even just bought a game that was just ultimately better for you. You know, because I mean, just because a game come out and they review it high, like The Witcher, for example. People love that game. People spoke highly of that game. The game reviewed well. I played The Witcher. I got it for free. I played The Witcher. I tried to play it for like 4 days. It just wasn't for me, man. It just wasn't for me. In my opinion, it's not a good game. You know, but everybody else loved the game. That game got hella accolades. You know, it's like you can come across a situation like that, whereas a game will get all the accolades in the world, but then you pick the game up and you just not fucking with it. You know, that's a situation where you just gotta know yourself as a gamer. You know what I mean? Cause had I bought that John like right around time it first came out, I would have been upset. I would have been upset. Another game, Overwatch. I played I played it when during the beta. That's when I played it, and that's another way, a good way. Betas and demos. You know what I mean? If it's a beta coming, even if it's a game I'm not interested in, if it's got a beta, I'm gonna check it out. Just cause why the fuck not? You know what I mean? It's free, and I might end up liking it. But Overwatch was another one. You know, I had fun during the beta, but it was just like, nah, this ain't my cup of Java right here. You know what I mean? This right here ain't for me. You know, another game that I played the beta, that it was a game that was highly anticipated. Anthem. Oh yes, I played the beta, and I'm like, hold on, it's just something that just fell off. You know, cause I was gonna get that game day one. How fortuitous for me that they dropped that beta. You know, cause after playing through that beta, even though the flying felt amazing, it was just like I said, it was just something about that jump. It was just something about that jump that I just really, it just felt off to me. So I ultimately didn't purchase and look at dodge the whole bullet, dodge shotgun pellet spread. You feel, in my opinion, a shotgun pellet spread. You feel what I'm saying? Cause we all know how that jump gone. Need for had the nerve. They had the nerve to call that game the Destiny Killer. D4 had the nerve to say that. Like, fam, you say what you want to about Destiny, man. Destiny here to stay. In my opinion, Destiny ain't going nowhere. You know, Destiny been fucking up a lot, but they still maintain a solid player base because folk got faith in it. And I mean, and plus, in my opinion, man, when it comes to gunplay, Destiny got some of the most solid shooting gun mechanics around this genre. The shooting in Destiny feels so solid. It's I give the shooting in Destiny a 9 out of 10 straight up. The shooting feels so goddamn good. The shooting feels so goddamn good. But yeah, I got gunned down by a pistol. I should be ashamed of myself. But so check out the betas, the demos. Like Outriders just had a demo. You know, I was already planning on getting the game. The demo solidified the fact that I'm getting the game. You know, super interested in. That's another joint that I was following anyway. At first, when I very first heard, I wasn't too sure. But then after more and more stuff came out about it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this joint out. Then after playing the demo, yes sir, Bob, I'm getting it. Coming home with me day one on the PS5. Yes, I'm purchasing it. Purchasing full price. You know, that's how much I enjoyed the game. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out and buy that joint day one. Um, but yeah, man, not to drag it out no longer. You know, reviews, early gameplays, betas, demos, homies, and your own gamer intuition, man. It's a combination of all those things that will help you in your journey to not purchase a bad game. You feel me? And that's all I got for y'all right now, man. I will catch y'all fellas and fellettes in the next one.